Hey y'all, welcome to Art of the Budget. My name's Nicole. My pronouns are she and her, and I live in the Pacific Northwest on the traditional unceded territory of the Coast Salish Nations. Today in the Pacific Northwest, you can kind of see this fan in the background. It's pretty warm. It's really funny because I am originally from Florida, which is way hotter, but because like at least for me, because I don't have air conditioning, I have these western facing windows. It can get so unbearably hot inside in the evening and into the night, even when I put the shades down. So yeah, I got this fan running 24/7. Anyway, today I'm sharing with you a budget check-in for week 4 of July. There's going to be 5 weeks in this month for my budget. I thought that I didn't spend too much money this week, but I actually managed to spend some, and I bought some cool things. So I'm gonna just start out. I'm gonna go down to cats. My cat fund. I did have to buy a month's supply of medicine for my cat Violet. She only takes one medicine. It is budesonide, and it is a steroid. She was on prednisone, but we've recently switched her and we're trying it out. So I only buy 1 month at a time. That was $52. As I've been going through this like cat health situation, I have really not had a handle on the medications, how long they last, when they run out, etc. And so I'm trying to start getting a kind of a handle on that. I'm at least trying to record how much it is when I re-up. And then from there, I can maybe try to figure out like how much it is per month for my cat's medications. But moving right along, let's go on up to electricity. My electric bill came out. It was $9.10. And for anyone who's new here, that's very low. It's usually around $40 a month, which is pretty low considering. But it was basically there was like a mix-up with the auto draft. I mean, I don't know what happened because I just have it auto drafted, but I ended up with a credit, so it was only $9.10 this month. Should be clear and back to normal after that. I also ate out a couple times over the last week. One day with a friend, we took a walk to the local shop and we picked up takeout. We do have outside seating for restaurants right now, but it was pretty crowded and I was just not comfortable trying to sit there. The tables are 6 feet apart, but that's just not gonna work for me. So we ended up just picking it up and taking it home, and it was delicious. And I always tip as well as possible. I just always try to give a big tip when I do that. So that was $17.66. And then yesterday I went for a really long walk, and I have sort of out of groceries. I actually need to go grocery shopping today, and I didn't have anything sort of on hand to eat, and I just ended up getting so hungry that I could not think straight. And finally I took myself downtown. I was like maybe gonna try to figure out how Uber Eats or something like that works, but I just feel like that's like a seal I don't want to break. Like I don't want to know how to make food appear on my doorstep, because during this pandemic I really haven't spent too much money on eating out. I love eating out. I think it's a really fun thing to do with your friends. I also love cooking at home, and so I just feel like I just don't need to know how Uber Eats works. That's what my sister said, to just not even figure it out. So I brought myself downtown and I got a hero and a piece of baklava, and I left a nice big tip, and that was $16.75. All right, moving right along, I did some community peer-to-peer sharing. That was $20. So I'm going to put that into sharing my income. And then I bought some art this week. What actually it's like, over the last week. I was thinking that it was a little longer than week, but sometimes I just have transactions that I forgot to add in another week. But yeah, I am just a little over. I usually do this like Friday or Saturday, and it's now Monday. But anyway, I don't know where to put this. I could put it in fun. I'm already really over on fun. I could put it in my 2% to art, even though I didn't actually budget for that. I think that's just where I'm going to put it. So I bought 2 prints of paintings from a local abstract painter, and that was $40. Very affordable art. They were small prints, but I think still like a steal. And then I bought a small handmade abstract doll from another artist who I actually had the pleasure of having in one of my classes, although they came in as a pretty seasoned artist. So anyway, always love to support fellow artists, love to support young artists and students. So anyway, overall, a great art selection. And then I actually stopped by a local art place that's moving, so they were having a sale, and I picked up a kind of like a artist book slash zine that is sketches of art from the college campus I work on, and that was made by a sort of former coworker. I think she'd already retired before I started working there, but she was also volunteering in the gallery. Anyway, it was a little book that she made with art from the school that we both worked at, and I just thought that'd be a great keepsake, for one day when I don't work there anymore. And that was only $2, so that's going to go into art. And there's a little bit of red in my budget. I know fun is over this month, but that's the way it goes sometimes. I do try to stay within my budget, but I love having a budget because I know sort of how far I'm going. Sometimes when in the past my money has felt out of control, I sort of feel like I'm just completely winging it. And even though I went over, even though I spent some money I hadn't planned on spending, I'm not just winging it. I'm taking a calculated risk. I mean, it's not a risk because now that I have an emergency fund and sinking funds, I know that I'm not going to be in a position where I'm overdrafting. But maybe that means I won't be able to save as much this month, or maybe it means that I need to take from my emergency fund. That is rarely the case, although it did happen last month because of vet stuff. But basically, that's why I love having a budget, because it just gives me a roadmap. Even if I, go off the main road, I know how to get back because I've got this roadmap. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me know how you feel down below if it feels like that to you as well. And I will see you in the next video.